Ladies and gentlemen, Raiders Nation, buckle up because we're diving into some blockbuster trade rumors that could shake up the AFC West like a thunderous hit from Max Crosby. Imagine this, the Las Vegas Raiders, those silver and black rebels with a legacy of defiance, pulling off a heist for Jacksonville's rising star wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah, you heard that right. A report dropped just yesterday suggesting the Jags might be shopping their young phenom, and suddenly, Vegas is in dream trade territory. Could this be the spark that reignites the fire in Allegiant Stadium, our very own Death Star? Stick around as we break it all down, from the cost to the controversy, and why this could be a game-changer or a total misfire for the Raiders. First off, let's recap the buzz that's got everyone talking. Brian Thomas Jr., the former LSU Tiger who lit up the 2024 NFL Draft as the 23rd overall pick, might be on the trading block from the Jaguars. This kid exploded as a rookie with 1,282 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. Numbers that scream superstar in a draft class loaded with talent like Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Nabers, and Rome Odunze. But lately, he's hit some bumps in Jacksonville, and whispers say the Jags are open to deals. For the Raiders, landing him would mean instant firepower, turning him into the go-to target in a passing game that's been starving for elite playmakers. Raiders fans, can you picture Thomas streaking down the sideline, torching defenses while the crowd at Allegiant goes wild? It's the stuff of silver and black dreams, but let's be real, competition from other teams would be fierce, and this isn't some fire sale, it's a high-stakes poker game. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What would it really cost to bring Thomas to Vegas? The Jags aren't letting go of their first-round gem without a king's ransom. We're talking at least a first-round draft pick, maybe more if they play hardball. A realistic package from the Raiders? Something like shipping out Jakobi Meyers, who's been a solid vet but not irreplaceable, paired with a second-rounder to sweeten the pot. Meyers has been clutch for us, no doubt. Over 700 yards in recent seasons. But if it means upgrading to Thomas's explosive speed and big playability, it might be worth the gamble. But here's the rub. The Raiders front office, under the shadow of that legendary commitment to excellence motto coined by the late, great Al Davis, has to weigh this carefully. Al built this franchise on bold moves, from the rebellious days in Oakland to the glamour era in Los Angeles, and now in Vegas, we're all about that high-roller mentality. Yet, trading away assets for a receiver when our quarterback situation is still a question mark? That's where things get really interesting. Speaking of the QB carousel, let's talk about the man under center, Geno Smith. The Raiders invested in the veteran to steady the ship after Aidan O'Connell's ups and downs, but so far, it's not delivering the magic we saw in Seattle. Geno's got the arm talent and experience, over 4,000 yards in his best years, but he struggled with turnovers and consistency in Vegas. Adding Thomas could give him a true alpha receiver to target, someone who can stretch the field and create those chunk plays that open up the offense. Imagine Geno hitting Thomas on a deep post, reminiscent of those classic Ken Stabler bombs to Cliff Branch back in the 70s, when the Raiders were stacking Super Bowl wins like they were going out of style. 11, 15, and 18, baby. But experts are split. Fictional insider take, if the Raiders want to compete now, Thomas pairs perfectly with Davante Adams for a nightmare duo, says our imagined scout, echoing what you'd hear from a guy like John Madden in his broadcasting heyday, painting the field with enthusiasm. Madden, the godfather of Raider lore with his turquoise turban and love for the underdog, would probably say, boom! That's the kind of vertical threat that turns good teams into contenders. Tactically, this trade screams offensive evolution. The Raiders scheme under our current coordinators emphasizes quick releases and yards after catch, but with Thomas's LSU pedigree, where he averaged over 20 yards per reception in college, he'd add that deep threat dimension we've missed since trading away some key pieces. Compare his rookie stats to our current receivers. While Adams is elite with his precise routes, guys like Meyers and the young guns like Jack Beck and Dante Thornton Jr. are still developing. Thomas's 10 TDs dwarf what our secondary options have produced lately, and in a division stacked with threats like the Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes and the Chargers' Justin Herbert, we need every edge. But hold on, there's a downside. Snagging Thomas might stunt the growth of Beck and Thornton, our promising rookies who the team is banking on for the future. It's like choosing between a shiny new sports car and tuning up the reliable truck you've got. Short-term flash versus long-term foundation. Financially, it's a minefield too. Look at the horizon. Tight end Brock Bowers is already a stud, coming off a monster rookie year with over 1,000 yards, and running back Ashton Jeanty. Wait, is that a mix-up? No, let's clarify. Ashton Janty's the Boise State phenom tearing up college ball, but in Raiders context, think of our backfield investments needing big extensions soon. Stacking pricey contracts on the offense, Adams, Bowers, now potentially Thomas, could leave the defense, led by beasts like Max Crosby with his double-digit sacks, strapped for cash. Crosby, that relentless edge rusher who's embodied the Raiders' pirate spirit, deserves reinforcements, not budget cuts. We've got historic rivalries to fuel, those heated clashes with the Chiefs, where trash talk flies hotter than the Vegas sun. Brutal Broncos showdowns echoing the old AFC West wars, and Charger games that always feel like a street fight. Without a balanced roster, we risk repeating the same old Raiders narrative that's haunted us since the glory days of Marcus Allen's Heisman heroics and Charles Woodson's shutdown corners. Historically, the Raiders thrive on these splashy, rebellious moves. Al Davis once sued the NFL to relocate to LA, proving we're not afraid to buck the system. Iconic moments like the Holy Roller play or the Tuck Rule game against the Patriots keep the fire alive in Raiders Nation, that loyal, worldwide fanbase decked in black hole gear, chanting for victory from Oakland's ghost to Vegas's neon lights. Pop culture tie-in. Think of the Raiders' villainous vibe in movies like Any Given Sunday, where they're the bad boys everyone loves to hate, or love, depending on your allegiance. Current events. With the NFL trade deadline looming amid a season of quarterback controversies league-wide, this rumor fits right into the chaos, much like how the league's streaming deals and Taylor Swift Chiefs hype have amped up the drama. Fictional quotes to bring it home. Picture head coach Antonio Pierce, that fiery ex-Raider DB, saying, "Brian Thomas? He'd fit our grit, but we're building for the long haul. Excellence isn't bought overnight." Or a fan in the black hole, "Trade for him. Let's make Allegiant erupt like the '76 Super Bowl run." And from Thomas himself, hypothetically, Vegas? The energy there is unmatched. I'd run through walls for Raiders Nation. These voices capture the passion, the debate swirling around whether to go all in or play it safe. Looking ahead, if the Raiders pull this off, it could catapult us toward playoff contention, maybe even stealing the AFC West from Kansas City's grip, our ultimate rivalry, born from decades of bad blood. Predictions. I see a 50-50 shot. Thomas boosts our win total by 2 to 3 games, but without QB stability, we're still drafting high next year. Skip the trade, and we focus on development, positioning for a 2026 breakout with homegrown talent. Either way, the implications are huge. Fan engagement skyrockets with a star acquisition, filling seats in that gleaming stadium and boosting merchandise sales amid Vegas's entertainment boom. Raiders faithful, this is why we love the NFL. The unpredictability, the what-ifs that keep us glued to every rumor. Whether Thomas lands in silver and black or not, stay locked in for the next game. We've got battles ahead that demand your unwavering support. Tune into the channel for live updates, highlights, and more analysis. Because in Raider Nation, we commit to excellence, no matter the odds. Just win, baby.